Hello and thank you for joining us on the Monday edition of Journalists Hangout. I'm Binga Oreshegun. Today on the program, Obasanjo Presidential Library threatens EFCC with court action over night raid. Arrest of 95 suspected fraudsters. NCAA warns air travelers as Ibom Air passenger assaults cabin crew. And later on the show, cracks widen in ADC coalition as Shekarau and allies consider new platform. Well, I'll be hanging out with Gani Kayode, Balogun GKB, and Majid Jamiu. Journalists Hangout starts right now. So let's begin the conversation. The war against financial crimes certainly comes with some liabilities, as tolls may be stepped upon. The management of Olusegun Obasanjo Presidential Library at Abeokuta has condemned the invasion of its premises around 2 a.m. on Sunday by operatives of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC. According to reports, a lot of people in a private gathering within the complex sustained injuries during the operation as they scampered for safety. The management insisted that it was needless for the anti-graft agency to have behaved in such a way because the organizer of the private event had police officers around, while additional officers were sent in from Kemta Police Station at Abeokuta, with none of the officers having prior knowledge of the EFCC raid. The management stated that it will not hesitate to seek legal redress and applicable sanctions against the anti-graft agency if it fails to tender its unreserved apology over the incident. Okay, Majid, I'll start with you. Did the EFCC obtain a valid search warrant before going for that operation?
Well, the EFCC operates within the ambits of the Constitution of the Federal Government of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. And I will quote Section 18 of the Administration of Criminal Justice Act. Section 18, subsection 1, says a police officer may, without an order of a court and without a warrant of arrest a suspect whom he suspects on reasonable grounds of having committed an offense. And it goes on and on and on. And now, other instances include the fact that if a crime is committed at a scene and a police officer gets there, and he had to effect arrest, would you say he needed a warrant at that point to arrest, to effect the arrest?
They were having a party.
Now, Yahoo boys gathered themselves, quote and unquote, allegedly.
Suspected.
Suspected Yahoo boys gathered themselves into OPL. OPL, that's Obasanjo, Olusegun Obasanjo Presidential Library.
Green Legacy.
I've been there. It's a massive place. We have an hotel, we have an amusement park, we have offices, library. It's a massive complex. It has a zoo. So they gathered themselves, so-called, allegedly, and the EFCC got an intel. And the modus operandi of this, quote-unquote, these Yahoo boys, or 419ers, is that they will party from like 9 a.m. to like 3 a.m., and in the morning, they are gone. So what time do you expect the EFCC to effect the arrest?
In 2023, the EFCC chairman banned sting operations night raid.
Sting operations that, you just go to a house to go and arrest people. But this one, they were having a rendezvous at an amusement park. And they claimed to have documented it with the DPO, and also with the Commissioner of Police before carrying out the raid.
Okay. Should the EFCC, they've asked the EFCC to tender an unreserved apology. Do you think the EFCC should apologize to the management of OPL, owners of Green Legacy Hotels?
I don't think they should apologize. Personally,
They shouldn't.
I think that OPL should go to court. Because the problem we have in this country is that there are so many conflicting interpretations of our laws. Normally, under Nigerian law, or even international law, you get a warrant to enter premises.
Absolutely.
But sometimes the period of getting the warrant and getting the people you want to arrest will be very short. You will not get a judge. The information may have come under 3-5 minutes, so they have to move. This can only be determined by a court of law. This is a prime example to test the limits or otherwise of the powers of EFCC. An apology will simply kill the momentum. So if I were to be an advisor to the OPL, I'll tell them to go to court. Let the court decide whether what the EFCC did was correct or not. Because that's the only way to really expand the conversation of the law. Because a lot of people now say they have no right to do this at night, they have no right to do this in the afternoon, they have no right to do this at all. So only court of law will now tell us the rights they have that they can work with within the context of what happened. This is Obasanjo's PL or a private residence.
All right, do you want to...
This event happened Saturday night to Sunday morning, 2 a.m. Sunday, which means they started on Saturday. So when do you expect them to get the warrant? Is it on does the court do they open?
Can they get a judge?
Can they get a judge to give them a warrant? And they needed to arrest some criminals, quote and unquote, allegedly. They got an intel, and they got there. They found some of these characters. And some of these characters were arrested. Some of them resisted. So, and we have evidence that some of them have been picked up, cash.
About 90 of them.
About 90 of them in different rates.
So, in short, the EFCC was not wrong with what they did?
Yeah, I don't think they were wrong.
You don't think they were wrong? All right, gentlemen, let's move straight to our next conversation. Now, the operatives of the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency, NDLEA, have